In this video, we are going to go over the carbonyl-containing functional group aldehydes. So an aldehyde is a functional group defined by a carbonyl group in which the carbon center is bonded to an R group and to a hydrogen atom. And the molecular formula, overall molecular formula of it is usually RCHO. These are examples of aldehydes. We have methanol. If you notice, each aldehyde's ending ends in "-ol". We have hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. For ethanol, this is a 2-carbon aldehyde. We have our carbonyl, CO bond, bonded to a hydrogen, and then the R group that it's bonded to is a CH3. For propanol, we have a 3-carbon aldehyde. We have our carbonyl group bonded to a hydrogen, and our R group is 2 carbons. Properties of aldehydes. Aldehydes have a permanent dipole due to the carbonyl group. All carbonyl-containing functional groups have a permanent dipole since the carbon has a partially positive bond and the oxygen has a partially negative bond. Oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so there's the partial negative charge on oxygen and the partial positive charge on carbon. This forms dipole-dipole intermolecular forces of attraction, but there's no hydrogen bonds. There's no oxygen-hydrogen bond or nitrogen-hydrogen bond in this molecule, therefore there are no hydrogen bonds in aldehydes. Aldehydes are less soluble in water than alcohols, but more soluble than hydrocarbons of comparable size. They're less soluble in water than alcohols because alcohols can hydrogen bond, but more soluble in hydrocarbons because they're more polar than hydrocarbons because of that carbon-oxygen double bond. Some aldehydes in nature, cinnamon aldehyde or cinnamaldehyde is the fragrance and flavor of cinnamon. Its structures over here. We have our CO double bond bonded to our H, and the rest, the R group, the rest of the molecule is this big aromatic group. And then 11-cis-retinol is important in the chemistry of vision. It binds to the protein rhodopsin in the rods and cones of our eyes, making vision possible. So the aldehyde functional group is right here, and then the rest of the molecule is this large part. So in summary, an aldehyde is the carbonyl group has a bond to an R and an H group. The condensed notation is RCHO. In a skeletal line structure, the oxygen atom of the carbonyl group must be shown. Aldehydes have permanent dipoles and therefore dipole-dipole intermolecular forces of attraction. Aldehydes are less soluble in water than alcohols, but more soluble than hydrocarbons of comparable size.